Hello, here early morning, 8 a.m. Schindler's factory behind me. Hello, this is such early morning, 8 a.m. Polish time. Big thanks for visiting Tom Guide's early morning live. Please share the information. Behind me, the world famous Schindler's factory. No people waiting for the entrance because the entry will be 9 a.m. But we're walking to the very close situated former Jewish ghetto. And let's look at this. We're starting from the Schindler's factory and finishing here. You could visit that factory with me. That is the inside sightseeing, about 1.5 hours. That is the unforgettable experience. You see the not only testimonies, but the real story about the Oskar Schindler, a German member of NSDAP party, but they saved over 1,200 Jews. One person I know, private, Dostaniesza Horowitz. Have a look. Here is the factory. Imagine before war, that was the here Fabryka Garczków Emaliowanych, the Polish factory with 50 Polish employees. And then Oskar Schindler took the bankrupt factory and employed over 1,750 workers. Let's go closer, see the faces of former workers. As I said, only one, the living in Poland, in Krakow, is Niusia Horowitz. Have a look. Here is Niusia and her brother Ryszard Horowitz. That is such. They are the living testimonies, like Schindler's this legacy. Steven Spielberg said it's not only the film Schindler's List, but also the Schindler's List legacy, very important. Guided tours recommended with Tom Guide Kraków. Don't forget, take the Tom Guide Kraków to the tours. And here you see Itzhak Stern family. 5 members of Itzhak Stern, and here Itzhak Stern, his brother Nathan, very important, Itzhak Stern. Okay, but you got the little systematic how the workers of Schindler's factory were located from place to place. Here you see the famous sentence of the Jews. They gave the ring for the Oskar Schindler with the famous sentence, "Whoever saves one life saves the world entire." That is C.C. Oskar Schindler. And Jewish Community Council of Krakow, students and faculty of Albion College, Michigan, USA. They're giving such plaque commemorating. We are on the also a heritage tour of the industrial heritage route. Look at this, there are such signs. And such a building got the roots in 1935. Imagine 1935, the first. But look at this early morning. There's no queue in front of factory, but then is the long queue. They all wanted to get the tickets to the world famous factory. But don't forget, you could book the tour with Tom Guide Kraków. Please don't forget. Oh, hello, the new members of the tour. Okay, just let the switch on the pad. Okay, as you see, I don't have gimbal, but I think that's such in slow pace. And I want to show the most interesting corners of Ghetto. Jewish Ghetto was situated only 500 steps away from factory. Temperature -3 degrees Celsius. It's not like in the war. In the Second World War, temperatures dropping to temperature -41 degrees Celsius. Imagine -41. Such a low temperature was during the war. Hello. I got the not easy task because I don't have gimbal, but I walking on the horizontal form. Here in the other parts of the factory floor is the Museum of Contemporary Art on that place, MOCAK. But 1% visitors. People want to visit only Schindler's factory. You see the building behind me now looks very romantic. There's like an open book. New York Times published the main of the Schindler's factory and became that place world famous. Lipova Street, Lipova number 4. Especially visiting inside is very highly recommended. We're walking to Ghetto because the title is the Krakow Jewish Ghetto. and we're walking around the ghetto for about 45 minutes. Please share information about your friends. You know, my last record on the live stream was 138 people. 138 people in the house, incredible record. Big thanks for people that at midnight, Polish time midnight, but for Australia, California is of course that's such 7 or 8 hours minus. Much better, but especially today morning I also early bird catch the worm. I woke up very early and drove my car to get the live stream for you. That's why I think you appreciate that in Poland it's Sunday morning. I should stay in bed, but especially for you, I do the live stream, making the special stream about the Jewish heritage and Jewish ghetto that was here 1941-43. You got the sound of the train. That is the line that built in Austrian-Hungarian time, connecting Vienna, Krakow with Lwów, Polish town, beautiful town now in the West Ukraine. And here you see there's the invisible, the tourists passing on the way to Schindler's factory don't notice that here was the old rail, and exactly here, like such roundabout, the enamel pots and armament were transferred to the East Front on that line, because during the Second World War was essential connecting Berlin, Krakow, Lwów, Odessa and Crimea, and direction the East Front, direction Stalingrad. That was such essential transfer of pots, and that was a production by Poles, Jews. There was such making enamel pots and also armament. But more details you get on the guided tour in the Schindler's factory. But look at this, that is the we walking under the line. Sometimes tourists asking, we say still so-called stupid question, but I say is no stupid questions, it's hard to find answers. They asking me always, was Adolf Hitler in Krakow? I said, no, but he was traveled a few times through Krakow. That line was the, for instance, in the autumn 1941, that they started East Front. Hitler traveling here to a meeting with Mussolini. In Stempina was the special secret tunnel for the private train of Hitler America, and but he got a not positive answer of Mussolini. They started Operation Typhoon, and Mussolini didn't wish to sacrifice life of own soldiers, and Mussolini said no. 500,000 Italian Wehrmacht soldiers said no to Hitler. That is the very positive about the Italians, that they didn't accept Blitzkrieg, and together with Hungary said no for Hitler invasion of Poland. That is the unknown fact that Italy and Hungary, they said no for invasion, for they didn't join Hitler. Oh my God, problems with connection. We're walking faster. Okay, stay connected. Oh, la, la. Okay, just is better. Okay. Sorry, that was the connection problem, because you know why? That was the tunnel, and always I should fly over the tunnel. I don't know how, but was the problem with we walked through the tunnel under the railway station Kraków-Zabłocie. The district with Schindler's factory was called Zabłocie, as the dirty district, and I told about the traveling Hitler to meet with Mussolini. That line direction Rzeszów and Przemyśl and East Front. That's why all greetings for people from Rzeszów accompanied the live stream. QC Lotus Vlog, big thanks for the joining. That is such is so nice to get the friends for old friends from the past. Hello, hello. We walking to former Jewish ghetto. Look at this behind me, the tunnel on the railway, Berlin, Krakow, Lwów, Odessa and Crimea. And look at these few steps, and we will be at the edge of former Jewish ghetto during the Nazi Germany occupation. You know, Krakow Jewish ghetto was created very late compared with Warsaw or Łódź. Look at this. Here is the new mural but is completely not connecting with Holocaust, is the matter of the Green Deal, you know, Green Poland. Look at this, I'm also eager of the Green Deal. Look at this, here is the sign of Poland. As the green. That's why a long time I worked for the Nature Travelers cycling holidays in Poland and was the matters promoting nature. That's why it's the sign of Poland green. And the same here, Green Deal mural. But let's focusing around the topics of ghetto. Imagine here was the edge of ghetto. On the right was the ghetto. Windows were bricked up. Look at this, like now car is going the Traugud Street. Early bird catch the worm, early delivery, hard work. The guy had to wakey 4 a.m. On the left Aryan side or right Jewish? Left Aryan, we say Arisierung, there was the such, we say Germans, they call the such Aryan side. And on the right, windows bricked up was the Jewish part. That's why right side Jews squeezed like in reserve, like Indians in reserve. On the left, Aryan freedom. That's why Jews were surrounded with the also wall, and from the houses, windows were bricked up. And 16 streets, 320 buildings. Wędrówki, big thanks for joining. There's such. You know, my YouTube channel is in English. Please share the information about your friends around the world, especially for friends from Australia, California, Asia. That is the best time for watch for me for watching. Here in Poland is early morning 8 a.m. Very inconvenient time. Poles staying in bed, sleeping. That is such, but what to do? That's as such I do, especially for people. There's the global live streaming. On the right, you see is the pity, but that was we getting on the edge of the ghetto again. On the left, Jewish part. On the right, Aryan side. Aryan, and here. That buildings that didn't exist, that are completely new apartments. Here was the former chocolate factory Wawel. You see the sound of train going direction Rzeszów, and there on the right. There's the new buildings. It's the pity, but they demolished the old infrastructure of the chocolate factory. Jews walking to work to the Schindler factory direction, that tunnel that we walked through, they felt the smell of chocolate. That was the dream to get some chocolate from there. Okay, as you see, it's not easy. Keep the camera without gimbal, but I try to do my best to do the live stream for you. We're walking on the left, thank you, Susanna. On the left, Jewish part, on the right, Aryan side. Here is the street Janowa Wola. Look at this, like this smog. In Krakow today, smog is the very such thing with the smog today in Krakow. And there's the new building from the communist era. But the old houses from time of ghetto, they were such one floor pretty houses. That's why there's the houses from ghetto time. And we getting to the main square of such a former Jewish ghetto, Ghetto Hero Square. In the time, there's a such Holger is dabei. Perfect, thank you. Hello, Holger. Is there also such right? Please, what is the weather in Berlin? Holger joined the march of commemorating liquidation of Krakow ghetto as the German. Very nice that he wanted to appreciate and said sorry for what happened during the Second World War. Today the German students they visiting Schindler's factory go with me through the Jewish ghetto, former Jewish quarter Kazimierz. It's very hard for them, you know, to listen the stories that are touching their parents, grandparents. That is a such Jewish heritage tour. Okay, let's go. As you see, the first tourists they're going to visit Schindler's factory so early, and we getting the square that is the between there's in the center of ghetto, but then between ghetto A and B. What was the ghetto A and B? Oh, there's so speed. Be careful in Poland. The cars they're going very fast through the center, and look at this. The square like a spooky place, ghost square. former name Zgody Square. We are walking through the square. I show you the most interesting monument with chairs. Now the foreign visitors, they call that square as the chair square. Yes, that's good. Oh, there's a such part. That's the special for pedestrian part. And have a look. The building at the gate number 4, that was also checkpoint. There were the 3 kinds of police in Ghetto. SS, Polish Blue Police, and Jewish Ordnungsdienst, Jewish police. But then you could notice date, 1941, 1943. 2 years existed Ghetto. And chairs is the special meaning of chairs. Look at this. Such the as the new action commemorating Jews as in the hostage or in the current actions, but you see with teddy bear girls, Jewish girls murdered, fresh from the war. The war is still again in Israel, and have a look as a such commemorating. But I think it's very cynical that in the building there was the former SS guards and the checkpoint. Now is the Lodi. Lodi it means ice cream. They serving something sweet in the place that should be commemorating only place, not the eating ice cream. I don't like ice cream, that's why I don't know why is still such idea of Lodi. Very cynical, and not without mind. And have a look. Here is the commemorating there's the making for Jewish community from Krakow, commemorating Jewish combat organization Akiba, Halutz Halochem, and they organize one assassination of the high German officers in the Siganeria Cafe vis-a-vis the main theater, the theater for Wehrmacht only. A few Wehrmacht officers were killed, others injured, and they immediately started revenge action. The question why the chairs? Why chairs? That's very important. After liquidation, there was the big pile of chairs, and empty chair is the symbol of someone that died. And before war in Krakow, there were over 70,000 Jews. Now less than 300. That is such the symbol of the disappearing Jewish community. That's why the chairs, 68 chairs, is the symbol of 68,000 Jews living in Krakow before war. That's why 68 as a such amount. Different size, 33, they are orientating to the east. That was the concentration camp Plaszów, that direction. And the big supporter was the Eagle Pharmacy. We're coming closer to that part. And there's smaller chairs. Look at this over there. In that building, so close to the police, was the headquarters of the Jewish resistance. There was a Jewish resistance, got a such place in that place. You see there's some, even the putting stones commemorating victims. Oh, some stones. That's why there's a such... That's also interesting, other part. That's why there's the fresh situation in Israel. Best greetings, my friends. And that is such. Always tourists asking what is this in the middle of square, the former Zgody Square. There's the emergency pump for water, manual. In the case of war, we are independent of the electric, and we have to pump water straight, just manually. That's why in any case, in a touch wood next war, there's very essential well that we could pump water straight. But look at this, here is entry to the sewers, Krakow sewers. Here you could notice name of the Krakow Royal Capital City, the interesting that the name is Royal Capital City Kraków, the coat of arms of Kraków. But during the war, through the sewers was the big thing. The price difference in prices. The bread in Krakow cost 5 zloty, in Ghetto 500 zloty. Sugar 50 zloty, in Ghetto 5,000 zlotys. If the Jews try to smuggle something like a cigarette, for instance, if they exchange a cigarette to the loaf of bread, they could survive. That's why such essential thing. The next chair over there, look at this. We are exactly between the Ghetto A and B. On the left, Ghetto B. On the right, Ghetto A. Germans, they wished such there's a split the work fit Jews for unfit. Unfit, there were 60 plus disabled and children. That's why 60 plus and 14 minus. Oh, look at this. Here is even such commemorating part. Incredible. There's such fresh commemorating victims of the war as the connecting Holocaust monument, but the now current. And imagine there's the new thing in Ghetto. That building was built few years ago, but now is the project of the construction company to build the next building next door. There was the big protest of the people from here. They say, why? What's the hell? What's the fucking hell? But the such decided to build the next building close to that. I think is the crazy project because it's good enough as the such space. It's the protest of the people. They don't wish such skyscraper. Horrible. Time of communists, after communists, they wish they vanish the traces of Jewish heritage and just build a such skyscraper. That is such completely crazy thing. Okay, hello, new thing, the new people that join the live stream, please share the information. Very appreciate if to give some subscriptions. You know, there's only 18 subscriptions are to 6,000. I'm so close. That's why it's very important if you got the friends, other YouTubers, please they give some free subscriptions. Is there no problem? Of course, big thanks for the members of my channel that paying every month to I appreciate them especially for sponsoring my YouTube channel. It's very important. But the to 6,000 only 16 subscriptions and we getting 6,000. Look at this. We staying on this Gody Square. In December 1942, Germans decided split Ghetto. On the left, work fit. On the right, work unfit. There was the barbed wire across the square. And the unfit, there were seniors, children and disabled. And that is the only such line. Look at this. Showing on the right Ghetto B, on the left Ghetto A as the work fit. And from the Ghetto A we could notice the old inscription in Hebrew. I tell you what does it mean. There's very friendly cafe Tworzywo. Very nice, very dog friendly and people looking different. They are always friendly and it's mean here dobra kawa, good coffee. That is in Hebrew, it's mean good coffee. Very nice place. And then Apteka, Eagle Pharmacy. Look at this, how beautiful building. There's the typical building from the time of Ghetto. And then you see the edge of the pavement. That was the barbed wire gate. And the SS man, there was the checkpoint. On the right was Ghetto A, for instance, mother. They got the son. Son was 12 years old. And the mother was split from the son. The son who could say only bye-bye and staying in the unfit part, Ghetto B. That's like a girl walking there. That was the famous Eagle Pharmacy. I show you closer. That is the Polish hero. He's got the medal of Yad Vashem, righteous among nations. There are non-Jews, they risk life to save Jews. Look at this. Here is the medal of Yad Vashem. You see? And Tadeusz Pankiewicz. And it's him. As you see, he died 1993, exactly the time that Steven Spielberg made the film Schindler's List. That's exactly in that time. Oh, and now I could talk to you because it's also the nice mirroring. He saved Jewish life in the two kind, in the such form. At first, he distributed secretly black hair dye. Women with gray hair landed in gas chambers. They wanted to look younger. They needed black hair dye, and for babies was distributed. The sleeping pills, luminal, phenobarbital, they were such asleep, they put into suitcases and smuggled out of ghetto. That was the saving life of 400 babies. Please share information about your friends. I think it's still is not big membership on the live stream. It's, you know, this always demotivate me. There's a such thing. I hope later there is the bigger viewership. But you know, I sacrifice the early morning time, 8 a.m. and only 5 people on the live stream. It's mean the people only jumped by chance as such, spontaneously, and that is then not okay. But it's okay. But what to do? I give them my face. Maybe I attract the people, newcomers. Please subscribe my YouTube channel. There's only 18 subscriptions to 6,000. That's why I think the one gain that I could get, that is such increasing amount of the subscriptions. We're walking through the former Jewish ghetto to a place that was the gate number 1 to ghetto, and I hope that is the amount of people in the house increasing. Now 5 people in the house is, you know, early morning, 8 a.m. in Poland. And I did especially that tour for the people from Asia, California, Australia. You asking me always, please give the such early morning live stream. The time that in Poland is in the evening. For me, the best time. For you is very inconvenient because it's the such in the middle of the night. 2 a.m. or so, but this such night I do especially for people from another part of globe, also Papua New Guinea. Look at this. There's the main street in ghetto. There was the Josephine street, like a Josefińska, and we walked the Targowa Street, Market Street, and we walking to the place was the gate number 1. We passing the beautiful building of the bank, but during the war was the place of Judenrat, Jewish Council. And on the right you see the typical houses from the ghetto time. Some of them they could soon collapsed. But you know, in Krakow there are lots of such places, like our fridge is putting out. That place was the long time neglected. That was the like a Krakow Bronx. Even 15 years ago, if somebody said, "Oh, Jewish ghetto, there's nothing special, only asocial people, alcoholics, things like that." But now, wow, because of Schindler's List, also that the place became so popular that the people wish to walk through the Krakow ghetto. But look at this, in the such smoggy weather, it's very special, and no tourists. I'm only one visitor around the ghetto. Look at this, how big silence is early morning. You see how beautiful silence there's the Sunday morning. Yes, the part. And there are typical neglected buildings. You know, at the beginning there were in ghetto over 18,000 Jews. There were 2 relocating actions. I tell you later about the actions, so-called colonial actions organized by Nazi government, and as such they was reduced to less than 15,000, and then there was the big action of liquidation of Krakow ghetto. 4,000 Jews killed, other 6,000 sent to concentration camp Plaszow. That's why during the relocating actions and the killing actions, there was the such ghetto was completely liquidated March 1943. From March 1941 till March 1943. But look at this. I want to show you in my opinion, the very beautiful building. Before war was the bank, and now it's again bank. But during the war, over 2 years, was the place of the Jewish social support place, and that was such the information about the ghetto. Now is the Bank Polski bank. saving bank before war. And you see here the plan of Ghetto on the path. But you see the Jewish Social Health Organization was here, very important support, and such information plaques are in English, Hebrew around the ghetto, but you have to find them. The best way is to find with the guide. Don't forget to take live guide. I could do the tour for you inside of Schindler's factory, and of course around the ghetto or concentration camp Plaszów. Then the next building, orange, that was the former hospital in Ghetto. Here happened a very horrible action. The SS unit, SS squad, they wanted to kill the all patients, but the doctors in advance they gave poison to patients, and they were poisoned. That's why they were poisoned. There was, if the soldiers came inside, they met only dead bodies in the beds. And now is something new. I show you that house on the right was used as the synagogue in Ghetto. That is the shocking thing, but the Germans gave the first name of Ghetto Jewish Residential District, and they gave the permission for the 3 synagogues, liberal synagogues, but in that building was the synagogue, one of the 3 synagogues in Jewish ghetto. We walking to the edge of a ghetto. Look at this. I walking only few steps, like 500 meters, and we getting to the edge of Ghetto A with the famous padlock bridge, and very interesting. I think you appreciate so early morning tour with temperature -3 degrees Celsius, but I've got on my fingers wind chill factor like a -10 degrees Celsius. Or you see in Poland they are very environmental friendly, the electric cars. The green plug, it's mean the electric car. It's the Green Deal in Poland, and you see green plates, vanity plates of the electric car. Is the, of course, very expensive cars, like in Poland over 50,000 euros. Here's the interesting swing. Seesaw, seesaw of the Gombrowicz, of Polish poetry. Gombrowicz seesaw. It's also a little double meaning, like on the edge of Ghetto. There's such. The street is called Piwna, is the beer street. There was the former brewers. And in my opinion, one of the most beautiful palaces in Podgórze, because we are in the old district Podgórze, was the former town, Austrian town Podgórze, and the house under lion. You see, and the tympanon is the lion. Oh, first tourists are coming. Oh, that's such. They're going also to Schindler's factory. All going to Schindler's factory. There's a such. And then is the tympanon with the lion. House under lion. And was on the edge of Ghetto. In time of Ghetto, the windows were bricked up. Bricked up. Thank you that new joiners. Thank you that appreciate my effort to do the live stream so early. 12 people in the house, I think it would be more. And look at this, who is staying alone? Alone is staying the former president of Krakow, Juliusz Leo. Leo was such responsible for joining Podgórze with Krakow. That was the action in 1918. Just the Podgórze became district, but in 1916 there was the joining. And Juliusz Leo, you see the beautiful mustache, and looking at the bridge Bernatka. That is the bridge of lovers, so-called too. You know, there is such tradition that a fresh baked couple, they bride groom, that is such sponsoring the lock, and they both getting on the bridge, they smashing key into river, and such padlock is staying forever. In one moment you see the statue of the little dragon with padlock, and padlocks are just on the bridge. But look at this, how romantic in the foggy, smoggy Krakow. Bernatka Bridge. That's the name is Bernatka is the crazy. In my opinion, there should be name of Franz Joseph of Joseph II Bridge, because in time of Austria was the always Joseph Bridge called wooden bridge, and such monk that made any treatment with herbs, Latus Bernatek, the name, in my opinion, is better Joseph Bridge. Look at this, the dragon, a project of 17 dragons, blue dragons, and dragons keeping padlock, yes, lock. That is the interesting fact. And look at this, that is such a crazy thing with putting locks on the bridge. I think for the film is the very attractive to see the in the foggy time statues. Different acrobats, 9 acrobats is the permanent exhibit between sky and earth. That's very, very special, such foggy day and statues. We're going to the first locks, not too far. Oh, Evelina, thank you, thank you. And look at this, such corpses there and others over there. Most crazy bridge, but at night illuminated. Hello, Romek. And you see how many fresh baked couples they put the padlocks. But I hope the keys are inside of the Vistula River, anywhere down. But it's so foggy. Oh my God. Okay. And look at this, there's such. Okay. Let's go now to the place of the gate number 1 of Ghetto. We are at the edge of Ghetto, but as you see, I try to put the impression of the different matters around the Ghetto too. Thank you, the 11 people in the house. I hope there will be more. There will be more. Look at this, there's the like a big pipe around. It's the most beautiful bridge in my, not only my opinion, but the bridge was put in 2010, was the big flooding of Krakow, and such was the Vistula River was pretty high up. And here is always asking, what is this on the edge of Ghetto? Lykonik. There was invasion of Tatars of Krakow. One of group Tatars were killed, and one of the raftmen dressed as the Lykonik, as the Khan, Tatar Khan, and processing to Krakow, making scared Krakowers. There was a big fear, and there's to commemorate such a Tatar invasion. Once a year, the man dressed as the Tatar entering Krakow with the such Tatar uniform. That is on the hobby horse. That's why it's the Lykonik. It's this famous melody, Lykoniku Lai Lai. And look at this, the edge of Ghetto. We imagine the windows were bricked up of the Ghetto. And we walking to the gate number 1 of Ghetto and the main square. I'm here. Okay, I think there's a such. I think you are not frozen like me. The wind chill factor is like a minus 10 degrees Celsius. Imagine there is official minus 3 degrees Celsius in Krakow, but the foggy, wet as the not. I think I got the fresh washed my hat. You see Tom Guide Krakow from my dear sponsors. They sponsor me the 2 hats for summer and for winter. Jessica, thanks. And now is the fresh wash. That's why it's the name Tom Guide Krakow is visible better. Okay, and for people that are late, we're talking about the Jewish ghetto from the Nazi Germany time. During the Second World War, Germans squeezed over 15,000 Jews, but there were 3,000 illegal. Altogether were over 18,000. The congestion was such high, pretty high, that like a 2 square meter per person. 2-3 families squeezed in one apartment, horrible living condition, but there was the method of the relocating them later to concentration camps or deep direction Russia. It was the such plan. And we walking to the square is the very beautiful. Some people comparing that square with main market square in Krakow. It looks like a main market square, especially with the parish church of St. Joseph. Ooh. Scary. Evelka is such scared about the temperature and weather, but keep doing. Please keep sharing that information about the only 16 subscriptions to the 6,000 Tom Guide Kraków channel. Please give the subscription. Oh, there's the house, beautiful house under deer. Look at this, the deer, beautiful. There are houses from the turn of the, oh, that's beautiful tram, from the turn of 19 and 20th century, such beautiful houses. Oh, I like the small dogs. Okay, and that's it. Okay, let's go through. If I'm walking, I don't watch. Okay. And have a look. That square looks so. If now got a foggy day, it's hard to see the church. That was the picture made by the Franciszek Brodschneider. Was the first church, and photography of Nathan Krieger, 1900. That church was completely destroyed, and there's the new church. On the left, during the time of Ghetto, was the Hugo Boss company, the uniforms for Wehrmacht, SS, Hitler Youth. You see here Cukiernia, the confectionery. And I know the son of the owner from Juliusz Madrich, Gerhard Madrich. He employed 800 Jews and saved them like Oskar Schindler. Oh, look at this. New Year's Eve party. Let's go. Ball. It's mean the dancing queen started ball. It's mean the big party is coming up. Ah, beautiful. There was a screenshot. That would be very interesting motif. And the main parish church, St. Joseph, is now almost over 120 years old. And it looks like a St. Mary Basilica, but the church was on the edge of Ghetto. The first project of Ghetto, the Germans wished that church and the whole square in Ghetto. But the rector of church asked the commandant, is it feasible to put the wall of Ghetto a little bit on the left? And he permitted. Churchgoers didn't need to walk through the Ghetto to church. This is the Roman Catholic Church of St. Joseph. Look at this. It looks like a Disneyland. At night, illuminated. It's the beautiful, one of the most beautiful churches in Krakow, St. Joseph, and look like a Disneyland. There's such Disney, but this neo-Gothic, we say Gothic revival style. Oh, but then you see the colorful Szopka is also like a Krakow churches. It's the nativity cribs, like a dolly house, and we've got the competition once a year. And on the edge of Ghetto, you see the such Szopka. That is the such always nativity scene born of Jesus. But look at this here, Lyconic. That is the Lyconic is always depicted on the each Szopka. Here's the 2016 family Markowski got the first prize for such Szopka. You know, such Szopka is also to buy, and this year I got the prize that the Szopka maker wished. You know what was the prize? 10,000 euros. Today Szopka was the sold for 10,000 euros, but it's the 10,000 working hours, and but it's the gain after hard work, 12 or 13 months. That is such, you know. No pain, no gain, we say. And I show you the old rail from the tram that going around the Rynek Podgórski. You see the rail, one and the second one over there. And here we see the gate from the former Hugo Boss company. In time of Ghetto, 800 Jews were saved by the owner. Juliusz Madrich was also the good-natured boy, and he risked life to save 800 Jews. But no book, no film about him. Oskar Schindler, of course, because of Steven Spielberg, Thomas Kennedy, they became world famous. But about the Juliusz Madrich, Hugo Boss, no one heard. Look at this, even tourists passing such gate and don't know there was the Hugo Boss here. It's no information even on the plaques on there. There's nothing, no information about the Hugo Boss on that place. You see the 99% visitors passing by, nothing. That's why you have to take the always guided tour. If you're going with guide, you got the more information about the such facts like a Hugo Boss company in Ghetto. More details coming with the guided tour. Okay, let's go. As you see, I don't have gimbal, sorry, but that's why I have to keep in my hand gloves, and sometimes, but it's the very natural, I think you enjoy live streaming. And in the foggy time, -3 degrees Celsius, wind chill factor like a -10 degrees Celsius. We're getting to the next interesting photography that you could compare the square 1900 and few years later. And behind I show you the hotel that Frédéric Chopin used to stay. Now is no more hotel, but was the hotel under Black Eagle. And you see Black Eagle over there. Frédéric Chopin staying 1 week in Krakow on the way to Vienna. He enjoyed Krakow. Even I heard much more than Vienna even. The same, no information that Frédéric Chopin stayed there. I think the government Podgórze, I don't know what they do, what they spend money. They make the such interesting, encouraging visitors visit Podgórze with telling here Frédéric Chopin stayed. Any little town is the proud that Frédéric Chopin stayed on the way to Paris. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I don't know what they don't have head, I think. You know, I don't have any aunt or auntie or uncle that is influential in council, municipal council, but it's the crazy. Why they put the information about the Frédéric Chopin the state here? That's such thing, simple thing, because here's the very little tourists visiting that place. Oh, you see any exotic animals. That is of course connecting with the Christmas time, such illuminated decorations. And look at this, that square and the edge of Ghetto. Such trams went also through the Ghetto without stop. And you see Jacob Gross. That was the very rich Jewish family. They've got their own porcelain shop and house at the Rynek number 8. Today is the McDonald's in the main market square in the place. The Jacob Gross, they got their own. But you see that church that was in the foggy, I said is the Disneyland. That church is now in the fog. But the 1909, that is the new project of Sas Zubrzycki. Okay, let's go through the gate number 1 to Ghetto. Again, there's a little creepy matters. Hello, Amados Art. Thank you for joining. Thank you, Amados. We all see your friends. Please, they share information. Only 16 subscriptions to get the 6,000 subscriptions on my YouTube channel. Please, if you share information about your friends, say is the such crazy guy that early morning doing the smog walking tours, please they share information about that live stream. Is only 6,000 subscriptions to 6,000 is the such 16 subscriptions to get 6,000. That's why I doing maximal long live stream to get also the new people for the members of the. Susie, we are in the Ghetto here, memory trail, and here was exactly the main gate to Ghetto. Yes, the Jewish council was in that place. Jacket is coming. Just I'm not yet get it. Don't worry. Okay. Okay, and have a look here. We entering the Ghetto, and that edge of Ghetto was short. Then Germans decided squeeze Jews much more and relocated the edge of Ghetto to that on the left side. That's why left side was the Jewish side, right side Aryan side. Look at this, in the foggy, the tram is appearing like a ghost. Look at this, that's the most beautiful moment. And look at this, the tram leaving the Ghetto. Then the gate number 1 and they're getting on the Aryan side. We are in the Jewish part of former ghetto, and the tram left ghetto at the moment. Birds, pigeons. Krakow has got now 1.3 million citizens and over 40,000 pigeons. Before war, Krakow was much smaller, 230,000 Krakowians and over 70,000 Jews. And have a look here, that house was also the synagogue during the ghetto time. Here was one synagogue, and one in the foggy part is also the one synagogue. That's why there were like two places. And we walking Limanowskiego Street. There was the former Tarnów Street. And the next tram leaving the former territory of Ghetto. My God, you see, people are, because of the temperature, they got the nice food. The people, they're smashing a lot of bread for pigeons, and you see, they're feeding pigeons very well. But imagine, in time of Ghetto, the bread in Krakow cost 5 zloty, in Ghetto 500 zlotys. The Jews, they got the dream to get some piece of bread. That was the infeasible to not to get the food. Yes, and look at this, again, little silence. Yes, I could give you impression of the sound of former Ghetto. In one moment we're getting to Krakow Street. Is the Krakusa. And the next house, the house of Podgórze, there was like a club, a local club house was on that building. It's very beautiful. In one moment we see the old sign showing that place. Okay. It's the now Bolesława Limanowskiego Street. Please share information about live stream. Only 16 subscriptions to 6,000 followers. Please don't forget that you could also give information about such crazy guide that doing the so early morning tours in the temperature -3 degrees Celsius. All best friends from my friends around the globe. You see M.J. Schreiber. That was such nice also inscription. The Jewish ghetto got Jews in Krakow. They got the mainly Ashkenazi background. We say Yiddish speaking. Yiddish is like a German. For instance, if you say Asheinem Dank, it means Danke schön. That's why Asheinem Dank, Danke schön. Or Wech Lahaim. That's such that's very close to German language. And you look at this. The next commemorating plaque. We walking to the Jewish ghetto wall, from the ghetto wall, but that in that house, that was the building such for the old people's home was that there was such, as you see, in 28 October 1942, German occupiers shot and killed residents and director at the home, Jacob Kranz. Oh, you see that? Such the part. Okay, you could take but look at this, how beautiful decoration of the door. As you know, the Krakow architecture is the paradise for the filmmakers. Also, this is such like a open book of history. Luckily, also Ghetto was not strong destroyed. Krakow had the 1% destroying almost as nothing. Compared with Warsaw, almost 86% Warsaw bombed Gdańsk over. Also city center, almost 90%. Wrocław, Breslau, 70% bombed. That's such that Krakow almost very almost the bridges and monuments. We're getting to the tree of Tadeusz Pankiewicz, the Polish pharmacist that he saved Jewish life. We are again in the Josephine Street, and you see the statue of the Holy Mary, just put on the place that street continuing. Oh, I have to keep proper my camera because at one moment the camera is getting out of my hand. It's the little cold, it's the still feeling. And look at this. Here is the Krakow Guides, the foundation of the such platan tree. Tadeusz Pankiewicz, residents of Podgórze district, and they run their own pharmacy. There is such Pankiewicz memorial tree of Tadeusz Pankiewicz. And we're getting Józefińska Street, and we walking to original ghetto wall. It's also very important symbol of ghetto, and slowly we making full loop around. Big thanks for people that staying from beginning on my live stream. As such, very important that you are accompanying me on the path. But look at this, how big smoke is in Krakow, everything foggy, and waiting for the sunshine. Maybe sunshine's coming. Just big thanks. Oh, just okay. Okay, just we getting through the part. We're looking, of course, on the house and just walking. Okay, let's go to the part with the original wall of Ghetto. You see the such Żabka, 7-Eleven shops open. And that corner was the plate in the film Schindler's List. Steven Spielberg used that houses as the background for the shooting scenes of the firing squad of SS. They put 5 or 6 Jews in a row and killed with one shot. They wanted to spare the bullets. That's why there's such mass executions on the corner. And here again commemorating the former children orphan house, and was the big relocating action in October 1942. And children, 200 Jewish children were taken as such to death camp, the Bełżec, and that's why again the stones as the commemorating place. But here used to be house. Now is there any vodka bar? Nothing. There's such the Kasper Hauser was here. This is the most crazy such. Kasper Hauser, my God, that is the still. You see. Some people accuse me that I showing my always smiling face. You know, in Poland is there still such crazy thinking. In Poland, as the guide, you should have the statue face. If you're smiling, you are mad. You should go to the mad house. That is the heritage of communism. In communism, if the guide talking about something, they got the such face, like now. Now I tell you about the ghetto, blah blah blah, and all people asleep, like in communist party. They were very statue face people. And I've heard from the friend from Lonely Planet, they say, be careful with smiling in Poland because you are recognized as the mad. And that is the crazy that people accuse me that I showing always on my logo also smiling face. But it's my natural form, and I don't want to change such smiling face. That's why Polish people even they recognize me as not Polish, and always I felt a little bit not Polish because the people they looking at my smiling face and say you are not Polish. That's why I started to learn languages, but very long way. At first German, then English, maybe now Italian or French, I don't know. I try to learn the third language, but it's not easy way. Russian little bit. Okay, we're getting to the edge of Ghetto, and here was the gate number 3. The trams without stop went through the ghetto here. Gate number 3, you could recognize that house from the Schindler's List. Here's running the girl in the red coat, and assessment, the smashing also the suitcases on the street. And there's the Lvovska street, Lviv, now Lviv in Ukraine. And you see the name of the street, Lvovska 25, Huskwarna Lvovska. And here you got the original ghetto wall, 12 matzevot, like a very special meaning, 12, like a 12 apostles. But look at this, here is even PowerPoint. Sometimes I needed the sum. You got the PowerPoint. But why the such shape? In one moment I tell you. Here is only in Hebrew and Polish. Here lived and suffered and they were killed for Hitler perpetrators. And from here they were last way to the death camps. The piece of the ghetto wall 1941-43. Here is the place for the putting flag. During the commemorating liquidation of Krakow ghetto, the president of Krakow, like Jacek Majchrowski, also Professor Jacek Majchrowski, president of Jewish community, that's freshly died. You could watch my fresh film from the funeral of Tadeusz Jakubowicz, very, very friendly president of Jewish community. They always joined the march of commemorating liquidation of Krakow ghetto. Here put the stones, reefs, and then walking to Płaszów concentration camp. That direction is Płaszów concentration camp. In that time was the cruel commandant Amon Get, the Jew killer, Jew sniper. And other direction is the Zgody Square with our chairs that we started our tour. And the wall, and that was the fantasy of wife of governor Dr. Otto von Wächter. Charlotte von Wächter studied in Vienna Academy, and she said there should be the cemetery of living Jews. There's the decision of relocating Jews to ghetto. There was no decision of Dr. Hans Frank, but the other doctor, governor of district, Dr. Otto von Wächter. He signed the decision of the relocating Jews to Krakow ghetto. Very often is mistake the people thinking there's the Dr. Frank. No, the Dr. Otto von Wächter. That was a such bar. And that direction was the relocating Jews to concentration camp Płaszów. That was the last stage for them. On the right Jewish side, that's behind the wall was the Jewish. We are on the Aryan side. And here was the last tram stop before the trams entering ghetto. Look at this. There was the last tram stop, the wall across, and the gate number 3 there. And such we entering ghetto. Look at this, in one moment the car is going in the U-shaped form. It's very symbolic meaning because during the ghetto time the same, the cars turning, you see the car is coming, but he's going straight, Lvovska Street, okay. But here is the making U-turn cars and you see the bricked up windows. They like that windows, the all windows in ghetto were bricked up. You see the bricked up windows? Yes. Bricked up windows. Okay, I show you the other interesting corner of ghetto. You see, you are my motivation. There's now 12 people in the house. I think that. Thank you, Evelka. There's such still the incredible support. And look at this. The windows are pretty low. Why? The street is getting little up. In that time, the houses were higher, but the street is getting high. Look at this. The window pits are so low. But you see ruined houses. There's the typical from ghetto time houses. Oh my God, it's hard to keep the camera. Okay, I think you understand this over 63 meters live stream. I don't have gimbal and I'm keeping in my fingers. That's why I'm completely frozen. No gain, no pain. We're getting to the center of Ghetto B. But imagine how they look the streets on the Ghetto B. That was the apocalyptic view on the naked dead bodies eaten by rats. Jews didn't have money for a funeral, and the Jewish police didn't remove the bodies. The bodies were put in front of the houses, and at night the rats started to eat naked bodies. At night the clothes, shoes were stolen. You know, the the people, shoes, they cost minimum 100 zlotys. The people got the 200 zlotys month salary, and now you got the nails, they make the nails, is the manicure or things like that. But is there such new buildings, that such hotel appeared freshly. That house on the right is also freshly made. There's the new houses around, but that is the original house on the Dąbrówki Street. Look at this, there's the lucky from Ghetto. And we getting the place that the famous painter and writer were killed. Just they were useless for the SS that relocating Jews to Bełżec, to the death camp in the east. Look at this. There's the stones commemorating, and here we are in the ghetto, that part. And here in 1942, the German occupiers murdered a group of elderly people, including the well-known painter Abraham Neumann and the poet Mordechai Gebiertig. That is such part. That is, and but according to the new research and the Janowa Wola Street, they were killed not in front of that house, but the opposite. Over there, they were seniors. They couldn't run properly, and the Germans killed them in front of the house. That's the new buildings from the time of communism, on that time. So, early morning impression. Skoda. A good car. Okay. And I show you the interesting picture of the Jewish couple just on the edge of Ghetto. We getting such interesting motif. Thank you that you're staying for the beginning of tour. I think it was not easy. 66 minutes of live stream in the temperature minus 3 degrees Celsius. Polish weather, but have a look. In one moment, the couple. Look at this. Such beautiful couple photography showing them. And you see here traces of the ghetto wall. Exactly here they discovered such connection of the wall. And we are on the Aryan side. You see here is the Jewish ghetto. Windows were bricked up. On the left, Aryan side. Jewish, Aryan. And that street was the bricked up with bricks on the windows, and here there was the wall. The street Dąbrówki was the behind the wall. Here in the ghetto was also Roman Polański. Oh, there's the new thing. I showed you always ruined house, a completely neglected house. But now look at this, how beautiful restored the house. You could compare by my old live stream, and now you see how big change is of the Krakow, how big investment, and the beautiful house, and now they're staying in front of us. Few months ago, you see completely ruined house, the balcony that could collapse on your head. The people said, oh, much money needed to restore. It's the matter of the private owners. If anyone feel is the gain to get the house as the private, immediately started investments. Why the such Traugutta Street 12, the house is the beautiful restored. That's why you see the big change. Slowly, Kazimierz, the ghetto is getting more and more beautiful. And on the left, the house that was there with social workers in 44 weeks wanted to restore the house, the also ruined house, and now beautiful restored. That's why, any sparkle of optimism. Always I want to show any even Holocaust matters. I always give the logo with smiling face. That's my feeling that we should look optimistic for the future. It's infeasible to talk about such matters only with statue face and giving pessimism for the next generations of people. They don't know such horrible stories. There's a such we have to give the better future. We say after researching the past, we build a better future. Simple. There's a such things that happened once, they shouldn't happen again. There's a such the still. There's the warning signal for the next generations. That's why there's a such my idea. This is the very important thing. That we're getting to the railway station, but I don't want to go through the tunnel. You know why? Because the live stream connection is out. I cannot enter to that tunnel. That's why in front of the tunnel, I think you see the tunnel to the Schindler's factories over there, but we started tour there 1 hour ago. That's why 69 minutes is the good time to finish the tour. Big thanks for the beginning of the tour, beginning with me, staying with me from the beginning. And as such, 69 minutes live stream is very, very important. It's such to giving such interesting matters. Thank you for sharing the live stream and subscribe my YouTube channel. Only 16 subscriptions to the 6,000. Please, we are breaking record 6,000 subscriptions on the YouTube channel Tom Guide Kraków. You see here logo Tom Guide Kraków, Tom Guide Kraków, coat of arms of Kraków. Please stay connected and please visit Kraków live. Schindler's factory you could visit with live guide, not individual, but just a guided tour makes sense. Thank you very much and see you again on the other crazy corners of Kraków. Not only Kraków, but also other places. Walking tours are preferential tours. Walking tours. Remember, the best thing for sightseeing, walking tour like this. You see, we're walking 1 hour and we got the whole ghetto around. Big thanks. Bye-bye. Enjoy. Happy day. Happy Sunday. And see you again just on the path. I have to switch the... you see, I have to put my neck and I have to switch off. Thank you very much.